what's up? It's me, Andrew Allen, and this is Here, Here, and Here.
Caught up in the flame and we sit outside. You say it happened just one time, but I don't wanna have this fight. And then you look me in the eye and you ask me, are we cool? I reply, we're magnificent. You stepped on my heart, don't pretend that you're innocent. Don't know what happened to you and I could have been cool, but you had to go and play with fire. Sure how this will end. You'll make a scene and wonder why we can't be friends. I can't believe you never learned. You play with fire, there's a chance of getting burned, and we're still outside. You say it was a lonely night, that it didn't mean a thing. Well, that's nice, but you still look me in the eye and you ask me, are we cool? I reply, we're magnificent. You stepped on my heart, don't pretend that you're innocent. Don't know what happened to you and I could have been cool, but you had to go and play with fire, with fire, with fire. Why'd you have to go and play with fire, with fire, with fire? Oh. I remember when it changed, and now it's never gonna be the same. But you ask me, are we cool? I reply, we're magnificent. You stepped on my heart, don't pretend that you're innocent. Don't know what happened to you and I could have been cool, but you had to go and play with fire, with fire, with fire. Why'd you have to go and play with fire, with fire, with fire? Oh. Said, are we cool? I reply, we're magnificent. You stepped on my heart, don't pretend that you're innocent. Don't know what happened to you and I could have been
When and how did I get started? I mean, when I was a little kid, I used to play piano, even if I couldn't play it. You know, sort of any instrument I could find, I would try and play. And I enjoyed that part of it, but the part I enjoyed more was when people started listening. And so I think from a really young age, I always wanted to be an entertainer. And as I kind of grew up into that, you know, there's always people that would say, no, you can't do that. You can't do that as like a career. Nobody makes any money doing that. And as I grew older, I realized that I didn't really care if I made any money doing it. I just wanted to do it because I had to do it. And so about 6 years ago, I kind of quit my job, sold everything I had, bought a minivan, and just started touring. And so far, it's kind of worked. Oh man, my biggest influence. Musically, I would say it's probably John Mayer. He's somebody that sort of reinvents himself over and over again, and it seems like he always pushes against the grain a little bit. It's not like he's trying to reinvent the wheel, but he's trying to figure out a better way to push it. And you know, when everybody else goes more pop, he goes more country. You know, it just, I think the guy's pretty cool. Jason Mraz is a big influence as well. And then just in life, I'm just sort of influenced by my surroundings, by the people that sort of love me through everything, and they just inspire me to keep going. When I'm writing, I'd say life, definitely life. I know it's very vague, but it's the little pieces of life. You know, some girl said to me today, we were talking about weddings, and she said, I'm always the girl that's crying, and I missed when my sister was dancing with my dad because my eyes were filled up to water to hear, and I had to watch the video back so I'd experience the memory. And right there, I was like, there's a song in that, you know, like, to be blinded by your own tears is kind of cool. And so it's just little things that people say and little experiences that I have day to day that inspire my songwriting. Describe my dream gig. Yeah, I've had a few of them already, I think. But I think if I could play in a beautiful outdoor amphitheater where people are able to hear every single word I say and they're interested in listening, that would be my dream gig. It wouldn't matter, you know, how many thousands of people were there, or if it was just, you know, just 1,000 people. Outdoors, playing outdoors on a beautiful like summer evening with, you know, a ton of people that are just willing to listen is like my dream gig. Oh gee, I think that my wife has a like lady crush on Katy Perry, so I would do anything to play with her just so that they could meet. But as far as like musically, if I could play with, I would say John Mayer, but he's just so good. Like I would be so intimidated and nervous. So I think Jason Mraz, he'd be the guy because I think he'd be super fun. He seems very calm and authentic, and so to actually play a gig with him would be nuts. He's so cool. It really depends. Like, you know, some of the biggest venues I've played, it's just been so many people that there's a lot of sort of background noise and people aren't necessarily engaged, whereas some of the smaller rooms, theaters especially, people can really listen and they can hear the stories behind the songs and they can hear like every word in the song and they seem to get more out of it. So I would say like the sort of the middle of the road venue is like the dream. When you're in stadiums, it's really hard to keep it personal, but when you're, you know, sort of playing like, you know, a 5,000 person room that's like a really nice theater, then people tend to listen. I think Toronto's really cool in general. I love the streetcars. I think they're really neat. It's sort of weird that they're in the middle of the street, but I think they're cool. Today I drove in on the Don Valley Parkway, and I've never come in from that side, and just seeing all the trees and then this like booming metropolis right out of the center of it, I was like, man, this seems like Jurassic Park meets like New York or something, you know what I mean? Like it was super cool, and I think that moment right there will always be ingrained in my mind. It's just a really beautiful city. My favorite place on the entire planet. Oh man. That's so hard. There's so many wonderful places on this planet. Probably one of my favorite places is, I'm gonna say Costa Rica. There's this little restaurant in Limon. Actually, no, scratch the restaurant. I don't want to go to the restaurant. There's a like an animal safe area or whatever. They like protect animals, kind of like the SPCA that we have here in Canada, but they like save monkeys and sloths and stuff. And it's like right on the beach, and it's just like the most amazing place ever, and the people were amazing. And so I'd say like that's like one of my favorite places in the entire universe. It's amazing. If I walk into a coffee shop, first thing I look for is to see if they have almond milk. I don't know, like, nobody ever has almond milk. That would probably be the first one. The second thing I'd look for is to see if, like, I know you didn't ask what the second thing would be I'd look for, but I'd probably look just to see, like, what the decor is. Like, I love old school, really cool coffee shops that aren't the same as any other one.
Okay, so color.
Purple.
Store.
Ralph's. I don't know why that one came to my head.
Song.
Oh, this one, because I can't think of other songs.
TV show.
Oh, Breaking Bad.
City.
Toronto.
Pokemon.
What? Oh, they're like the little creatures from like way back when. I don't know. That, yeah, sorry.
Ice cream flavor.
Ice cream flavor. What's the one with the like the swirl in it? It's like a root beer swirl. We'll say root beer swirl.
And dinosaur.
Dinosaur? Maybe the Brontosaurus. I think they renamed it though, but the really one with the long neck. He seems sweet.